My name is Chosen. Welcome to TreaJah Isle. Been around this business for almost a decade. I had an opportunity in the early part. I used to come here and actually buy documentaries and buy music back in the day. Developed a relationship with the owner at the time, and had an opportunity to do a recording studio and do some music, which I was big in at the time, and it just flourished into a relationship. This place holds a special place in my heart. TreaJah Isle has been a place where I learned about community, about leadership, mentorship, and being assets to one another. So the history of this place, the owner originally was Nana McLean. She had this place. She was actually an artist on a record label in Jamaica called TreaJah Isle. And when she migrated to Canada, she ended up opening up a record store here with the same name, TreaJah Isle. So that name also rings up for most people migrating here. They remember the record label TreaJah Isle from back in the days, and it still stands significant until this day. Mr. Duke Reed, blessings to Duke for that name, TreaJah Isle. And then the spelling changed, so when the next owner took over, he ended up changing it to TreaJah Isle instead of Treasure Isle, and that became synonymous, and it was history from then. Being a part of the music industry here in the city, learning more of the roots of how much it impacted our city. And a lot of people don't know the history of like Bob Marley coming to Toronto, Dennis Brown, a lot of well-known Gregory Isaacs people coming here, and how impactful that was on Eglinton and how significant Eglinton is for our community. Especially like we were talking about Eglinton being that Harlem, that mecca of the black community here in Toronto, in Canada on a whole. So it was very important, you know. We had the Marcus Garvey movement. There was also a building for the Marcus Garvey building as well too, you know, celebrating Marcus Garvey Day every year. These were important, intricate parts of our community. So TreaJah Isle, again, staying connected to the roots of the community, growing into where you see Reggae Lane, and where the city is actually acknowledging the pioneers that were here from the very early parts, making an impact. For me, myself, like I said, growing into the volunteering, making sure I stayed involved, being up at York University. Like, there's so many aspects, from detention centers to, again, prison outreach. So many things stemming from just little place. So one little seed was planted, grew into a tree, and many branches branched off. So that's the history, a little bit of the history of TreaJah Isle Records. TreaJah Isle.
Hi, my name is Shane Kenny. I'm part of the TreaJah Isle team. TreaJah Isle is a place that's been a one-stop shop for, let's say, 20 years. We've originally started off selling records, and then eventually we started to sell CDs and do the digital stuff. And then eventually we mixed in miscellaneous stuff, so we sell t-shirts, we sell books, we sell anything and everything you can practically think of that have to do with Africa, the Caribbean, even South America. We have a juice bar where we sell different types of herb from, again, Africa, South America, and the Caribbean. We deal with natural health at TreaJah Isle. Eglinton, from Marley to Dufferin, is called Little Jamaica. And ever since even the 70s and 80s, a lot of the immigrants from the Caribbean have been coming down here and kind of building up different businesses and stuff like that. And one main thing with the Caribbean culture is music. So one thing I'd always say that has the heartbeat of the Caribbean is music, and that's one thing that TreaJah Isle is. It's definitely the heartbeat of this community. The culture here is important to enough of us, and the history is rich. A lot of our great-grandparents came down here. Grandparents, a lot of our parents used to come down here. Once all the negativity kind of gets taken out the neighborhood, hopefully, you know, the shops have been here for a long time. So TreaJah Isle, Monica, I would say places like Spence and Raps and Randy's could really strive and show what Little Jamaica is really all about.
Coming from the background of what we came from in North America, segregation was almost forcing us to support each other. I mean, and after segregation was over, we didn't support each other as much. So I believe that we need to get back to that mindset where it's us first, community first, home first. Definitely check out TreaJah Isle, 1514 Eglinton Avenue West. It's a hub, it's a community space, it's a safe space, it's a reasoning session, it's great culture for our people, the diaspora. Yeah, definitely take the time. Don't be afraid of Eglinton. It's still our home, it's still our people, and we love each and every one of them.